Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TPR Schmitt, this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we're watching episode 13 of The Sopranos, finishing up season 4. What'd you think of the last 2 episodes?
Incredible. I mean, every episode of Sopranos is incredible. Back half of this season has been so good.
Oh yeah.
And there's so much that just happened in the last 2 episodes. I'm really excited. We literally just finished watching episode 12. So I'm really excited to get into the longest episode of Sopranos.
A single reaction just for this episode. Yeah, I mean, the first half of the season definitely felt like such a foundation. It was doing all of the work it needed to do to make the end of the season really spectacular, and it's been amazing so far, and I can't wait for this last episode.
Ooh, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm so excited.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episode.
Ooh.
Oh, is she really sick?
I mean, she thought she had a fever.
Man, the loss of love is destroying her.
Die of a heartbreak.
Yeah. He's out.
Oh.
He looks good.
Wow. Wasn't it supposed to be for a while?
I think it was only a couple weeks.
I thought it was a couple weeks before he could even have a phone call.
Oh.
Wow, really, FBI?
Everyone's there.
Hey.
So weird.
Inconclusive. Score of 1 for the Italians.
Inconclusive?
I think we might be looking at a viral syndrome, maybe mono.
Mono?
Thank you for coming.
So there's nothing really wrong with her yet?
What the hell's going on?
Me to know, you to find out.
What'd you do, Tony?
You buy her a beach house?
I think so.
Virginia Lupo, Remax Community Realty.
That's her dad, right?
Yeah.
It's even got a name.
Whitecaps.
There's a huge amount of money, and your construction project shut down.
And it's for the family.
A vacation home.
And for us too, though. When we were piss poor, this was the biggest caviar wish we could come up with.
Tony's been way too nice last episode and this one.
The house is sold, but there's a chance. If you're offering cash...
Oh.
However, I'm inclined to agree with prosecution.
With everything going on, I always forget that he's in trial.
You're unable to come to a unanimous verdict. I know that you've been at it for a while.
Think it's only him?
Probably.
I'm going to ask you to go back in there and reason with each other.
Oh, he's so scared.
Oh my god.
Hey, did somebody go through the order, make sure we got everything this time?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Dinner served!
Man, getting dinner ready, bought her a vacation home possibly.
Just thinking of buying your mother a house down the shore.
Unfucking believable.
Hey!
You're fined $3 for the F word. You know, it does seem like a good value. We probably wouldn't get hurt as an investment. If you don't get the place, you'll sulk.
I'll suck. I was sleeping.
Yeah, Tony seemed fine.
If you want me to sign off, we probably wouldn't lose money.
Sign off with what?
Putting the offer in?
I thought the other people were already well on their way to getting the financing. So is she signing off on Tony doing something mischievous?
Maybe.
More is lost by indecision than by wrong decision. That's all I'm saying.
Huh. Is this house going to get her out of her funk?
Maybe. Project.
I think a movement from below is not palatable to the other bosses. A movement from outside, it's more forgivable.
Huh.
So the other bosses have given him the go-ahead, but not Sack?
I don't know.
Yes, you still got the 4 other families who could raise a stink. But Andy's my brother-in-law.
I don't like this.
No.
I'm gonna pass.
What are you talking about?
I'm taking all the risk.
Yeah.
What would it take?
All claims to my HUD business are irrigated.
Okay.
All future construction projects, 60-40, in my favor.
I just don't even like this.
No.
Oh, man.
They have an agreement.
We're gonna take out Carmine Lupatazzi.
First day out?
Whacking a boss and one of the 5 families? Johnny's a snaky fuck.
Carmine, not backing him on those slurs against Ginny.
That's true.
Gonna hit Carmine soon.
If I'm gonna buy this house, I need the Esplanade scratch.
All for the Whitecaps?
I know these black guys from Irvington.
It can never get out.
This is not something that can go bad.
If I were Christopher, I feel like I would not have said anything. Would have just nodded. Like, I wouldn't be putting my name on this.
We gave him this god-awful 90-day escrow. My wife's doing. I can do 15 days. Never tire of painting this.
Christopher shirtless.
You'd be coming in with cash, right? Yeah. Fuck this.
Oh.
I want the chance to sell to a more qualified buyer. If I can find one. You call Virginia Lupo. She calls the bank. You get your deposit back.
Damn.
Buy this property. I'll make your life a misery. I can tort you into the poorhouse.
Holy shit. He just flexed so many muscles.
I wouldn't want to be the patient he's going to operate on.
Damn, and he's making friends with this kind of badass lawyer.
Yeah, that guy was ruthless.
Oh, Virginia. Sure, hi.
Man, I'm surprised that came from her and not Tony.
She's so happy. Furio who?
So he has 2 weeks to get
15-day
Carmine.
escrow. Yeah, 15 days to kill Carmine and get enough cash to buy this.
He goes mall walking inside King's Plaza.
a lot of money.
That type of money, they're gonna kill the fuck out of this guy.
I am worried.
Oh, this is Sopranos. Something's gonna go terribly wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that this could just be...
Or it could be perfect.
I have a wrong number.
Oh,
Well, this is the Soprano residence.
Why are you calling?
Is your mother there?
Ma, telephone!
What are you doing?
I used to fuck your husband. Hello?
Oh my god, everything was so perfect. She has to die.
AJ, I got it!
oh my god.
Just out of nowhere.
He's been sleeping with my cousin Svetlana. You piece of shit. The world every morning strains and pushes out of its butt.
What?
You call my house again, I will track you down and I will kill you.
Oh, fuck yeah, Carmela.
You remember my cousin. It's so absurd, why would I make it up?
I don't think she thinks you are making it up.
That was a bomb. Oh, you're coming home whistling? Oh.
Oh, shit.
Your stuff's getting thrown out.
Carmela!
Oh. He's a big dude. He's going through any door.
Is AJ home?
I don't think she cares.
What's the matter? Carm, what did I do now, huh?
Girlfriend called.
Ex-girlfriend.
Said to your father about her psoriasis. I was just trying to be honest with her.
I don't think it's that.
Full of me for years with these whores. Now it's come into our home?
And we haven't seen each other like that.
What about her cousin?
Oh.
Who took care of your mother? Who I liked? Who I shared vodka with the night your mother died?
Damn.
Why? Fuck!
Oh. Carmela.
Oh my god.
This has been years just building up.
I never stole from you. My own wife, 40 grand from the bird feeder.
Oh, this is...
But you want to hit me, Tony? Go ahead. I found a fingernail, Tony!
Oh, that was someone else. That doesn't make it better.
That...
What? That what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, he can't really be like, that wasn't her. That was a different girl I was banging.
We'll take a goddamn polygraph to that effect.
I want you to leave this house, Tony.
He's not going. Unless he lives in Whitecaps.
What about the kids?
Yeah, it's horrible. God help them.
That was so crazy.
Amina!
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, she's in serious trouble.
She's not there. She blames you for Ronnie Zellman. He fell weak in front of her. She told me he couldn't perform.
Oh, what?
They broke up not so long after.
Who told her about us? The fucking one who walked in on us.
Oh, the nurse?
Divorce is very hard for kids. After this, they don't trust. I'm child of divorce.
Not helping.
You're a strong guy. You'll be all right.
His whole world is imploding and it was like at the peak 30 minutes ago.
Did he buy this place yet?
I don't know. I guess he did. He must have.
He has the keys.
Oh no, he just has a code.
Get a hotel, Tony?
I don't think there's any way they're actually going to get a divorce.
Imagine Carmela calls Furio now.
She should.
I'm single.
Comes running back.
So how's Tony? What about Ralph?
Because he says he wants to, help get him in recovery when he resurfaces.
He's not coming back.
Calling me every 5 minutes. Does Christopher know? You kidding me? You'd kill him. Not really. I mean,
Yeah, figuratively. She has a better relationship with this girl than the previous one.
Yeah. Well, this girl isn't pretending
Right.
anything.
That's true. Who are you?
It's the guy.
Is it really?
Yeah, the owner.
Oh, he just doesn't have a hat on.
Or glasses, I think.
Meet perfunctorily with all the top divorce attorneys in your area. None of them can take her on as a client. Conflict of interest.
Oh my God, this guy is ruthless.
Alan just told me.
As much as I want this place, now is not the time for me to be buying a house.
Oh.
I just want to get my deposit back. I mean, most of this was for my kids, my wife.
That is so sad.
Excuse me, honey.
Um.
But we have a signed contract.
Alan.
No, baloney. I dumped the buyer because he and his wife seemed so in love with the place.
You don't know who you're talking to.
Let me out of this thing, okay?
I can. I have partners.
But I'm not buying your house.
Oh my God, how much can go wrong this episode?
That guy's a mobster.
A negotiation, which he knows full well.
You don't have any partners.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Your wife is smart enough to know not to
He's
fuck
rather
with this
subtle.
guy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Everything's in motion.
Welcome to my world.
Are you serious?
Is Christopher gonna put a stop to it? What?
Oh, I thought he just had that conversation sitting right next to Karma.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry to learn about the marital situation, Tony.
How does he know that?
We all agree we want to get back to earning. I said 40, you said 5.5, which was ridiculous.
So was the 40.
20%.
Okay.
15.
In the interest of putting this shit to bed, 15.
Wow.
Saved his own life.
Yeah, saved it without even realizing it.
Did you get any sleep?
A little, I think.
What happened with Meadow?
Maybe she told her.
Oh, maybe.
We had a lot of wonderful times as a family.
All predicated on bullshit. It was because of Furio, wasn't it?
Who said anything about Furio?
Ooh.
I have never been unfaithful to your father.
Wow.
This is not something I want to talk about, I'm sorry. Not now, not ever.
Destroying your kids.
How could you eat shit from him for all those years?
Damn, that wasn't a response I was expecting from Meadow.
Seems more upset at Carmela. This episode has just been up and down, mostly down.
Things have a momentum of their own.
What?
More is lost by indecision than a wrong decision.
Take that from Carmela?
You'll hear from me.
They're still gonna do it?
I guess. Gonna look even less like it was Tony now.
Right, now that things are smooth. It's like, why would he kill Carmine if everything's good?
I think he and Ralphie were in bed in some way.
What?
He's just trying to make sure no blame falls on him.
I put his shit out on the curb.
You can't disrupt the kids. That shit traumatizes them for life.
Yeah.
I paid for it.
That's right, T. I'm on your side on this.
Paulie's just trying to suck up as much as he can.
My partners and I have decided to let you out of your obligation. I'm not rescinding the deposit.
No, I think I'll buy the house. My family has parties till 4, 5 in the morning. You must think I'm a fucking thug.
You're not getting your deposit back.
That's your negotiation? You're a ruthless lawyer, but you're not in the right game.
What? Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, like a ghost.
I was an asshole, and I apologize. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
How many times have you said that?
I don't love you anymore. I don't want you. The thought of it now makes me sick.
I mean, I have no idea how this works legally. Obviously, it's incredibly messy. I'm sure it always is, with like someone having to leave the house. But can she get like a restraining order?
She can get a restraining order, and then I think you'll have to leave.
You just getting home?
Oh, we're studying.
Sure.
I'm gonna be right out here, and I want you to be extra respectful of your mother. She's going through a hard time right now.
So he's staying in the guest house type of thing?
I think the pool house.
Call her off. The old guy.
Yeah?
But nobody can notice was ever considered.
I'll offer my guys half of what they'd have got.
So let them keep the money, but call it off?
Yeah.
Like we said, you're gonna keep this quiet.
I got the mouth on the statue.
Okay. I mean, they got paid to do literally nothing.
Yeah. Well, now they're getting paid to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like they have no idea who these people are.
Oh, she be haunting my ass for that child. So...
Are you kidding me? Well, they're definitely keeping quiet.
Oh my god.
Out of everyone to get killed this episode, for it to be those two? That's a sight to wake up to.
Move those theater seats down to the garage.
You came out here to talk to me about? Pay for the glass! Pay for the glass!
What is he saying?
Why do you have to make even this little thing so difficult? Fuck you.
It's gonna cost you $3.
The swear jar.
Whose idea was Whitecaps?
The bigger version of an emerald ring.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to hell when I die.
Ooh.
I've always been sorry I said that.
When did she say this? Oh.
When he was going into the MRI?
Was this when he got shot? For the carjacking almost? Or whatever?
You think for me, it's all about things.
What you really crave is a little Hyundai and a simple gold heart on a chain.
Oof.
I have been dreaming and in love with Furio
Oh, no.
all night long in bed next to you.
Oh.
And then you would come down the stairs, and I felt probably like someone who was terminally ill.
Oh, shit.
What Irene's cousin has that you don't have. I could converse with her.
I am here!
And fucking bitch and complain to me, to your priest.
Oh, this is so bad.
I feel like she could also just be like, what did you think you were marrying?
What about the 1,000 other fucking pigs you had your dick in over the years? Were you best friends with all of them too? You fucking hypocrite.
Tony for sure is a hypocrite, and you love material things.
This is so much to unpack.
They just hate each other. And I feel like they've always hated each other.
The judge is calling you all into the courtroom.
There's a million other things going on in this show. And
I keep forgetting about this.
All I can think of, oh, Dr. Melfi. All I can think about is this relationship.
Hello?
Tony, you definitely need to talk.
This jury's been at it a long time. I don't see where 1 or 2 more days is going to change anything.
It's crazy that you just need one juror.
Does it always have to be unanimous?
I believe so.
I see that you are hopelessly deadlocked. I have no choice but to declare a mistrial.
Whoa. Man, one little conversation in a convenience store.
Poking there.
Was he eating?
Can I move in here?
What's wrong with your room?
Mom's just on my case all the time.
Damn, it's already breaking up the kids.
Well, you're not staying in here. Hurt her feelings. You don't want to be in her part of the house.
Call Volpe's if you want. Have him send over a couple of pies. But that's it.
Doesn't probably feel so rewarding when the only reason you're free is because you threaten the life of some guy.
Is Junior okay?
I think so.
Go down by the cellar door.
I'll go look later.
Do it now. Is that asking so much?
Janice, you better be nice to him.
Oh, there's
Oh my god, here's the partying.
And to a wonderful day.
Is this gonna be worth 200 grand?
Dean Martin!
The hell?
He told you he would be partying.
It's that boat.
Jesus, how loud is this?
I don't care.
Still so loud.
I feel like you should have played something less classy.
Death metal. Yeah, now he needs to tell Sax that he called it off.
I'm out. But he's an old man. Come on, you're gonna get your chance soon enough.
Disgusting fucking cocksucker idiot son of his!
Damn.
You do what you gotta do. I will never, ever reveal any conversation we ever had.
Your mouth was moving along with mine. So now we just go back about our business.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I ever trust somebody who would leave me holding my cock like this?
Yeah, what are you doing, Sack?
I still consider you a dear, dear friend.
What a weird conversation.
Yeah, I would not turn your back to this guy. This is so bad.
I feel like he needs to go to Carmine.
He does, yeah. I'm back on the Sack needs to die train. Especially for Sack to be like, yeah, but we did have these conversations.
We living out there, and I decided it's probably not a good idea.
Family meeting.
Because I wanted to stay in there with you? I won't ask.
He asked to live with you?
Jeez, AJ.
That's not why.
This is the worst for the kids.
You should go back to counseling.
It's better this way.
We'll get a place. You will go and visit.
Well, you guys could still get back together, maybe.
Yeah.
I did not think this day would ever come. Gonna turn the music back on?
Probably not this late.
I mean, Tony could use this 200 grand if he's going to go through a divorce.
Call the police.
Just turn it down again when the police boat come.
Wow, so they already called the police?
You gotta let it go, Alan!
Alan, you seem very rich, Alan. Do you really need this 200 grand?
Man, it's only been one day.
I know. Wow. All right, that was episode 13 of The Sopranos, finishing up season 4. What'd you think?
Holy crap. That flew by, that episode.
That episode was the longest one, and it definitely flew by, and it had nothing that I anticipated.
No, I can't believe all of that. Obviously, the biggest moment throughout this is Irina calling Carmela.
Just seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just blowing everything up, and things were we were seeing stuff that we've never seen before.
I guess that makes sense for the last couple of episodes of us being like, Tony's taking such a turn, this is crazy. Then we see Whitecaps, that's going through. Carmela kind of has to think about it, but she's up in the night thinking about it.
She's super excited, instantly forgot about Furio.
Yeah.
I mean, they're walking with their hands holding each other down the beach and kissing.
Oh, that was gross.
It's gross, but so in love in that moment. And Tony seemed so nice and good for a change for the last couple of episodes. And that phone call just blew everything up.
I am just shocked that everything could just blow up that quickly. Obviously, Carmela was aware of these extramarital activities that Tony was having. They had already had the conversation about it. She found the nail, she left it. This isn't new information.
No.
But I think that the moment that Irina calls the house and AJ answered, that changed everything for Carmela.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of has Carmela actually had any sort of knowingly conversation with any of these side girls?
No.
So this is the first time for sure.
I know Irina was calling the house.
Yeah.
Remember? But I think Tony was answering.
Or even when someone else would, I think she would just be like, oh, is Tony there or something?
Yeah.
She wouldn't just go straight out to be like, I used to fuck your husband.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously slightly different, but there's just so much to unpack with their relationship because honestly, when you look at it, they're horrible for each other. They're horrible with each other.
There's so much hatred.
There is, and there always really has been. And it's weird because it's they both know who the other person is. Tony has always been cheating and having affairs. Carmela and all of the other wives will openly discuss it and talk about it. They all know what their husbands are doing. Carmela knows every single person, and it's not just the people that we've seen. It's these random girls too who will just be a waitress who walks by or something like that. So it's she knows of Tony's infidelity, and then Tony hits her with her knowingly materialistic behavior where it's she can be just totally swayed by, hey, here's a piece of jewelry, and she'll just forget everything that already happened. Or here's a giant house, and even that moment with, I think Carmela said it right, where she was Whitecaps is just a bigger gemstone or something like that.
Yep.
So they're just both terrible people, and they're terrible people for each other. They're just terrible all around. I just still never thought that they would actually be separated.
No, I didn't think this day was gonna come. It seemed like Carmela just knew what was going on, and obviously we had that moment earlier in the season where Carmela took the money and Tony chose to not say anything.
Yeah.
They're picking their battles about what they're gonna let slide, and up until this point it was pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean, really, it comes down to Tony having other women and Carmela having money and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great moment when they both knew what each other did, and they're just okay, I guess that one's even, just keep on going.
Yeah.
So on one hand, it is a little surprising to see this be the reason for the blow up, but then like you said, it is completely unique in terms of her actually talking to one of them.
Yeah, and I think also bringing up her cousin. This was someone that Carmela knew was trusted with Tony's mom, now trusted with Junior, saying that she came from this agency and all of the things. I mean, the fact that she had drinks with her, like this is someone that she knew. And I think that just made it all the more real for her. Honestly, I was heartbroken when she was like, what does she have that I don't?
Yeah, that was huge.
Oh, that was like such a terrible moment, because after all this back and forth and whatever's going on, like the fact that now it's like come down to like her feeling like she's not good enough and that's why he did this, when Tony's just a piece of shit. It had nothing to do with her, but now that's gonna live in her head forever.
Yeah, that was definitely a sad moment to watch, her comparing herself to all of these other women.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird world because they all justify it. Like the guys being like, well, this is how it always is. Like your dad or like whatever. He brought up like a bunch of other people. Like you grew up around this.
Right.
You grew up knowing that this is how guys are in this culture. Like, why is this difficult for you to understand, you know, without even thinking? It's not even like replacing anything. It's just like their way of life, and that's just what they think is acceptable, and that's just what they do, and they just come home and they see no issue with it when it's destroying these women.
Yeah, and I mean, they just continually get away with it.
Yeah, because it's, oh, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for Carmela to just kind of put that on her as if she wasn't enough, like that she didn't have interesting things to talk about, that she didn't have anything to bring to the table, or that she wasn't attractive enough, or whatever she was thinking. Even that one line of like Carmela being like, if you were just nicer a little bit when you were home, I probably would have just kept on going with you having all these affairs.
Yeah. And then he brings up the house. It's like, that was like a day ago, man.
Yeah, right? What do you mean? I'm a good guy. I just tried to buy you a house.
Yeah, like you've been so checked out of this. I mean, you had no idea about this whole Furio situation.
Oh my God, that was explosive. I thought he was gonna like call up Italy and have him killed or something like that.
Yeah, no, that was insane. Obviously, nothing happened, so
Right.
I don't think that he would have done anything.
But also it's like, it's funny for the hypocrisy, which we've hit like multiple times in the past few reactions of Tony. Here she is talking about fantasizing about another man. Nothing happened between the two, and he loses his fucking mind.
Yeah.
It's totally okay for him to bang any woman who walks in, but if his wife dreams of another guy, he starts punching his walls.
Yeah, I don't know. As soon as Carmela called him out on this to begin with when he first got home, I honestly was waiting for the moment that she was going to bring up Furio.
There's just so much that I just like forget because you're just so engaged in the moment, and it's like, oh my God, yeah, Furio, or the Whitecaps house, or the killing of Carmine, or like Christopher being free and being very sober. It's like there's a million things going on, and the way this show can just pull your attention to something you never even anticipated. I was going into this episode thinking we're going to have some crazy situation with New York.
Yep.
That was barely in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it got squashed pretty quick. Christopher ended up killing those guys that he had hired. Tony was like, I'm not doing this, so he just called it off. I would be very scared about what Johnny Sack is gonna do at this point.
Sack should be very scared of what Tony's gonna do at this point too.
Yeah, it just seems like Sack has nothing to lose. Like he seems like a very unhinged.
Which I feel like came out of nowhere. Like Sack was talking about how he like, I have to go into this shit boss and shit son. I was like, whoa, where'd this come from? I guess they did talk about how Carmine didn't have his back when it came to his wife.
Yeah.
So that could have been eating away at him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not anticipating Sack to be so gung-ho on taking out Carmine, especially after they resolved the situation and everyone started making money again. And he was still like, let's fucking kill him.
That was really interesting. And it felt really dirty, like slimy. There was something going on with the fact that he still wanted Tony to go through with it. I mean, it was completely selfish that he wanted that, but Tony's like, you got to do this on your own. So I'm very curious. I feel like it's going to come down to who's going to go to Carmine first, but I don't know. I feel like it's the end of Johnny Sack.
If I have to guess, considering there's 2 more seasons, I don't assume we're going to follow Johnny Sack as a character, as the main character. I'm going to go ahead and assume Johnny Sack dies. Or maybe there's just this awkward stalemate between them for years to come or something. But yeah, I mean, going to this, I could have thought of a million different things other than seeing the destruction of the Soprano family, of Tony moving out, of him holding his kids while they're crying about this broken relationship, this broken family. This is devastating. And I mean, when you break it down and you look at it, Carmela and Tony are horrible for each other. Does that make them perfect for each other because they are both horrible people? I think honestly the main reason this relationship lasted as long as it did was because of just this idea of that's how things are in the culture. Plus Carmela's faith, I think, came in quite a few times in the past seasons where, you know, she saw it as like a sin that would send her to hell if she would leave her family or leave her husband. So if it wasn't for the faith, if it wasn't for the culture, they would have torn each other apart years ago.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I kind of forgot about that. So it's interesting that Carmela is at that point now that she's like, divorce is the only way.
I mean, there's always a limit. Something always will be the thing that just sends everything over the top, similar to the music on the boat. Like, there's only so much music you can take before you're finally like, you know what, fuck it, I can't do it anymore. So
especially because it seems like he was willing to negotiate. He just wanted something out of it.
I think he's a lawyer. He probably likes being, you know, the smartest guy in the room or the guy who thinks he can, you know, take advantage of everyone.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, this mob guy, I can handle him. And it's like, I don't know about this dude. You got real lucky that it was just music. I thought he was going to get whacked, and so was his wife.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about that. You know what, thinking about that, how crazy would it be if Carmela hired him?
As the lawyer? Oh, he would take everything from Tony if he could.
That.
I don't know yet, though. We don't end on like an official breakup of the family. So for as crazy as this show is, and as crazy as these people are, I think there's still some possibility that we don't have a fractured family.
I think what it's going to take is something bad to happen, and that's going to bring them back together. But I don't know.
Maybe something bad financially is something enough, where it's like if Carmela can't keep the house or something, or, you know, she gets a peek of like what her life would be like without this huge influx of money. Well, I guess that wouldn't happen because the way that things would get divorced, she'd probably keep getting paid or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume she would probably get, I think it's alimony is like spousal support. And then I think she would also get child support for AJ because he's still
probably younger than 18.
Yeah.
So maybe not financially.
Yeah.
But there could be something that forces them back together. Even something like a scare of Tony getting possibly killed or something.
Yeah.
Like if he gets shot again, because I'm trying to remember that comment that Carmela had about him going to hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look back and see exactly what that was. Obviously, he said he was going in for an MRI when she made the comment.
Yeah, so I was like, when did he have that MRI? Had to have been when he got shot.
That's what I'm assuming, but I'm trying to remember what happened between Tony and Carmela at that point that she was so upset that she would say that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like clearly there must have been something so bad between them, and then the almost death of Tony kind of started everything from scratch. So it's like, are we gonna have a situation where Tony gets shot again and then suddenly Carmela's like, oh my God, here we go. And then they just kind of start all over again.
Yeah.
So that was just a crazy end to season 4. I think Sopranos continues to surprise me in that how it can make a compelling story out of something that I had no idea was coming.
Yeah, no, they just like pull things out, but it still makes perfect sense. But it's a surprise.
Yeah, you can see how we got here, but you didn't know that we were getting here.
Yeah.
And there are so many storylines to explore for season 5. What the heck is going on with New York? Christopher getting out. You still have Adriana with the FBI who's still constantly watching. What the hell is going to continue to happen between Carmela and Tony? Is that really going to go through with a divorce? How is that going to play out? Everyone in the whole planet seems to know that they are getting a divorce.
Yeah, I'm like, how did the word get out about that?
Even like Carmine was saying like, oh, I'm sorry about what's going on. It's like, geez Louise.
Yeah.
These people are just like gossip queens or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's just an infinite amount of stuff. I mean, this whole episode 2, we got the resolution for Junior. He's out. That mistrial.
Oh, yeah.
Like that just seems like an afterthought.
Yeah, and Bobby and Janice, like...
Gross.
Yeah.
There's just a million things that I can think of. And I think there's just no point because it's not going to be any of those. No. There's no way.
That you can't predict anything on this show.
Something else is going to come out and be like, what? You know, it could be something like the two guys that they killed to keep quiet were connected to someone else. Like, that could be our main point for season 5. You have just no idea.
Yeah.
But this was an excellent season. Definitely a different tone and feeling than some of the previous ones. Way darker.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally ended with the family fractured, and a much bigger payoff to smaller events that happened earlier on.
Yeah. Agreed. It was a fantastic season.
So super excited for season 5. Gonna get right into it.
I know. I'm so excited.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.